Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Oldschool Runescape, and today I bring you the Dangerous Pet Hunt featuring Venenatis. So I am 3,810 Venenatis KC, and I'm also 1,250 Spindel KC, and I still haven't received the pet. So today I'm going to be doing 8 hours of Spindel and 8 hours of Venenatis, and let's see if I'll be lucky enough to get the pet today. At the same time, I'll be making some consistent profit, going for the Void Waker piece, and also getting as many anti-PKs as possible, and hopefully surviving as much as possible, because Venenatis is very dangerous compared to Spindel, which is why we're going to start off at Spindel, the first 8 hours of the video, and then after that we'll move on and finish off at Venenatis. Now, as you can see in the inventory setup, we do have the mithril darts for the miniature spiders that spawn, as well as the looting bag to store all of my drops. I come here with 6 restores, usually 5 to 6 brews, 2 super combats, 2 staminas, and 1 ranging potion. For my main weapon, we're of course using the Ursine chain mace with the Avernic Defender, and for the special attack, in case a PKer comes, we have the Void Waker and a rune crossbow with Dragon Bolt's E. Now, I would bring a Blood Fury. Originally, I do for the most part when I kill Venenatis and Spindel, but I'm really focused on making GP these days, so I'm going to maximize profit and go without the Blood Fury for this video. Now, I already have 1 Void Waker drop from Venenatis in my name, and I also have 1 from Spindel, so we've already gotten 2 total in all the kill counts since these 2 have been buffed and released, I should say. So let's hope we can get a 3rd today, or hopefully a 3rd and 4th. This Max PKer wanted nothing to do with me. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes if you show that you're willing to fight back. But before we continue on with today's video is brought to you by xXzoticx and Oldschool Runescape. So let's go ahead and dive into some exciting news. Oldschool Runescape has just announced a massive amount of content coming our way in the first half of 2024. Take a look at this roadmap. It's like a treasure map leading us to exciting updates and new releases. Mark your calendars, because on the 24th of January, we are getting Skruj, the Rat King boss, and he also comes with a pet. And on the 20th of March, Varlamore Part 1 is dropping, which includes the city of Civitas Illifortis. And once you're standing on Varlamore's shining shores, you can also look forward to content like the Fortis Coliseum, the Perilous Moons minigame, the Hunter Guild, and much more. We also have HD to look forward to, which I can't wait to try out and show you guys in all of my future videos. I really like what I've seen so far with it. And of course, we have Varlamore Part 2, which comes this summer. So many updates coming into the game means we all have a lot to look forward to, and I'm ready for it all. So a big thank you to xXzoticx and Oldschool Runescape for sponsoring today's video. And speaking of RuneScape, check out these custom LED RuneScape signs made by Creator Crafted. You can really spice up your gaming setup with one of these signs. So many different and unique options to choose from, and don't forget to use code Mr. No Sleep to save 10% off with your purchase. Alright, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Alright, what are we going to get here? Started at 1250 KC, 12 kills in, and a nice 35 Onyx Bolt tip drop. 300k from that. As you can see, the other normal drops are going to be stacking up in the bank throughout this whole grind. Absolutely love getting restore drops to extend your inventory here, but guys like this always like to ruin it even when you're thriving, you know, trying to maximize your kills in one inventory. Luckily, I got away, got the log out on him. Surprisingly, the same exact thing happened with this guy. I guess I scared him a little with that Venge combination. He was not expecting it. Even though he was such high HP, he seemed to panic, and then I got the log out once again. Dying here is no fun, ladies and gentlemen. We are risking 1.5 mil every time I die, and you may be thinking to yourself, why in the world are you risking so much here, Mr. No Sleep? Well, I'm glad you asked, and the main reason for it is because of the Defender. As you can see, that accuracy with the Defender on PKers and Spindel is worth bringing, so I like to protect it no matter what, which means I use a Parchment on it. The Parchment costs roughly 1 million GP, and then you have to pay 500k to, let's just say, activate it. So yeah, 1.5 mil every death, but I would say it is worth it just because it speeds up these kills an hour so much, and I also don't have any Dragon Defenders, so I feel like I'm just stuck with this option. Alongside that 1.5 mil risk, and of course always chancing these PKers, we are risking simple things like Dragon Boots and Barrow's Gloves, so you know, it definitely does add up over time, and if you die with a drop, that's just more of a risk that you have. So, I mean, you know, I made a whole video killing Spindel bots, and they were risking like 700k, so I figure if I'm a normal player, I might as well double the risk can double the DPS. There we have another elite clue scroll. Got a decent amount of them from Spindel and Venenatis, and I saved all of the caskets for the very end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Here we have the leather boot bandit coming in, but quickly exiting. I was going to try to exit the cave and, you know, maybe surprise him with the Void Waker, but yeah, he was gone. He was long gone. So I guess we'll have to substitute his death for this guy instead. We have AJC. Now, for this fight, I just sat here and tanked for most of it. I was trying to, like, just think about what I wanted to do, so I brought him all the way down to dragons, and I did what I wanted to do. Now, don't you go and think I'm a PK and expert or anything here. That was, honestly, you know, between me and you guys, that was dumb luck. I don't know how I pulled that off, but anyway, 2 mil for my reward there. I'll happily take that. That'll make up for many of the deaths in this video. You guys already know how much I'm losing per death here, so hopefully we get some more PKs to offset that balance, but I'll happily take more elite clues to go along with that. As you can see, getting so many food drops, and not only food drops from Venenatis, but you get super restores, and of course you get strange fruit, which helps your energy out quite a bit. There's another elite clue. Unfortunately, I have no clue box, so when I was 100% gonna die here, I just figured, alright, I'll just drop the elite clue, and yeah, I'll just run back for it. Luckily, my plan succeeded. However, I lost Black D'Hide Chaps G, which I don't even know why I had those in the first place, but that was a little bit of a letdown. The Dragon Boot risk here is, I would say, worth it at Spindel. As you can see, we just reached 1400 KC overall, about 150 kills into the video so far, and as you can see, all throughout this Spindel kill count growing, one thing has stayed the same, and that is the Dragon Pickaxe dropping in price. Back in the day, it was 8 mil, now it's less than a mil, so what happened there? I'll tell you what happened. Bots happened, but that's another time and another video, actually. I have a new bot video coming out for you guys, exploring bot farms part 2. Hope you guys watch that one. Following that death that we had to that ancient D'Hide PKer, I did receive the Fangs of Venenatis. This is a really unique drop here, but unfortunately, it's not the pet. It's not what we want to see. It's not even the Void Waker piece, you know, but nevertheless, it looks nice in the bank. We'll throw it in there, and it'll just help add on to the price check at the end. But so far, we're 4 hours deep into this grind, 200 kills. Looks like we're averaging about 50 kills an hour. You know, really just depends on how many PKers are active and bothering you. Did manage to hit 156 million strength XP, so we are slowly inching our way towards 160. I will say my anti-PKing was not the best here at Spindel, just off on timings, and really never could capitalize when I was 5-minute telly blocked. I always ran out of supplies, which did unfortunately lead to more deaths. Here I decided to switch up the mythical cape for a fire cape, but this was just a temporary switch up. I figured it might help me for the Armadyl Godsword spec. Void Waker kept failing me, and they always were praying magic, these PKers. They're too smart now. So that led me to switch to the AGS. Hopefully we'll have some better luck with him, but really we're just going for the pet here. PKers are just inevitable. You know, you can either run from them, tank them as best you can, or you fight back. Here at Spindel, I try to fight back at Venenatis, where it's multi, and you have to deal with, you know, 4 or 40 PKers at the same time. That's where you tank. And with that being said, we have now hit 1500 Spindel KC. Started at 1250, so that's a solid 250 kills in the bag so far, and it's going pretty well. No Void Waker, no pet, but I'm really enjoying this. You know, usually if I die and I lose a looting bag, I'll just kill Venenatis or Spindel, whichever I'm at, to get it back. You know, better than spending 40k anyway. But here we have another PKer, the AGS failing on the range prayer. That really does hurt, but the odds were definitely in my favor with this guy. He just seemed to not be able to get a, you know, grasp of what was going on. So the rune crossbow, that's why I like to bring it, just in case they're praying melee. You still have that chance of your Dragon Bolt E procking, but no procs for me, and another close call. Well, here we are, 1 hour left of killing Spindel. No luck yet, but that just means we're going to go ahead and do 8 hours at Venenatis here pretty soon. But before we get there, looks like an inevitable death from this guy. Just kidding, though. He actually let me live, so that was nice of him, but to be fair, he chanced me multiple times, so yeah, a lot of luck on my end there. 1600 Spindel KC, granted with yet again another elite clue scroll. Got quite a bit of those in this video. Really enjoying the elites. They are much easier than masters, so yeah, you guys really got on me about not having a fighter torso in my last upload, so you guys automatically assumed I was going to do 30 hours of Barbarian Assault. Let me tell you something. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen anytime soon, but we're going to get that torso back. I think it takes like 45 minutes. Anyway, 8 hours of Spindel has been completed. On to Venenatis. 19 mil GP made from Spindel. We're going to factor in all the deaths at the end, but there you have it. 4 elite clue steps. or I should say 4 elite clues completed. There's the Runelight loot tracker there. We got 1 PK. Looks like it was just shy of 2 mil. Yeah, no Void Waker, no pet. No me gusta. Let's go ahead and get into Venenatis. Now we have 8 hours of this. 850 HP. Let's go ahead and start that timer. And it's scary. I mean, that's all I can really say about Venenatis. It's dark here. There's miniature spiders that come out somewhat frequently that you have to kill. Same, you know, concept and mechanics as Spindel. But the only difference is that this is multi-combat, which, you know, it means it's multi. So you should probably PK here in a group. Otherwise, you're honestly stacking the odds against yourself, which is why I recommended to this guy that he get a team, and he never did, so he never ended up killing me. However, he was a nice guy and he complimented the video, so shout out to you. Yeah, we have another solo PKer, and again with the multi. If you guys are gonna PK here, I really recommend you bring a partner, even make an alternate account to just, you know, autocast Ice Barrage for you or something. But nevertheless, guys, we started at 3,810 Venenatis KC. As you guys can see, we are, you know, we're just grinding here, getting multiple kills in inventory. Last time I was here, I used range. I know, I can't believe I actually made a video using range here for 10 hours. I still made a lot of money because I got a Void Waker drop. Void Waker piece drop, I should say. But this time around, I wanted to use melee, which is why we're using almost the exact same setup as we were at Spindel. The difference is we're using climbing boots here because you don't want to risk anything that you're not prepared to lose. And since I'm not anti-PKing, there's no sense in bringing dragon boots for that extra DPS. So yeah, a lot of deaths here. Hopefully we can get some kills somehow, some way. Never underestimate the Ursine Chain Mace. I would thank Venenatis for the assistance, but I almost died to him as well. You know, that was a real close call. So luckily we did get the kill, 616k. I don't know why that guy was bringing mithril seeds, but I can definitely understand the Phoenix necklaces. There's a beautiful drop there, 1.3 mil, 150 onyx bolt tips. A lot was going on here with this team. I tried my best to survive, and to be fair, they did lose 1 team member, but I died too, so yeah. But at least I wasn't alone. So back to the Venenatis, 150 grimy Snapdragon for about 1 million GP, but right after I picked it up, I lost it. So yeah, you know, you gotta bank when you get a good kill. I guess it's just impatience or just wanting to get more kills an hour that keeps me from banking right away, but needless to say, I should have banked. Well, you don't see anti-PKing featuring a DDS too much these days, but there you go. You just did. You witnessed it live, and Rooftop Dave will see you later, you and your HP skill cape. Well, that's a little bit better. 842k. Not bad at all. Looks like he just probably needed more food. I think he had too many Cerato and brews. You got to always bring combo food here, Phoenix necklaces, and Cera brews if you want to, you know, have a better chance at survival anyway. Well, ironically, almost the same thing happened there. But yeah, back-to-back PKs. I was really just trying my best to survive and tank Venenatis, and it looks like I did a better job than him. So 602k from that with 5 hours left to go. Really loving the drops here at Venenatis. We haven't seen a lot of luck yet, but the normal drops are continuing to stack up. And speaking of stacking up, there's nothing like a bunch of Void Wakers stacking on you, so rest in peace. That was troubling, yeah. But anyway, look at this bot, guys. 85 combat, 5,700 KC, and they also have 7,100 Vedion KC. That is just horrendous. And to make matters worse, another guy crashed me. This guy wasn't even a bot, but luckily for me, 2 PKers showed up really quickly, and, you know, luckily they targeted him instead of me, so feels good to be left out of that one. You know, looking at how Venenatis used to be versus how it is today, I never thought my KC would continue to grow after they buffed it, but now we're at 3,900 KC, and not only that, we have seen the Dragon Pickaxe go from 960k back up to 1 mil, so that's a pretty big win in my eyes. Maybe I should stock up on them. They'll go back up to 8 mil one day. That'll be the year. But anyway, more Onyx Bolt tips. That was a back-to-back. Beautiful drop there. And yeah, I just really feel comfortable at Venenatis. Sure, it's multi, and there's a lot of PKers here, but at the end of the day, I'm really happy with my kills per hour and just, you know, the whole mechanics in general. Well, we have another solo PKer, so the odds are in my favor, and luckily Venenatis fully took care care of the job. I don't think I did any damage to that guy. So there's 537k. And from the second key, 124k must have been a scout. But on our kill back at Venenatis here, we did receive a rare. It's not the pet, but it's 50 million GP, or according to RuneLite, 49 mil. Still a huge drop, guys. The Void Waker gem. This is my second one from Venenatis and my third one overall. So one from Spindel a long time ago, and now two from Venenatis. That felt really good. You know, it definitely takes care of so much profit that was lost by just, you know, deaths like these. Just such a common occurrence here. You always just have to make sure you don't get smited. That was always my priority, was don't lose prayer, whatever you do. And to the benefit of my doubt, I did not get smited once throughout this whole video. And that being said, as well as using a parchment on my defender, I virtually just lost a few of the same sets of, you know, just D-hide and simple things like that. So it wasn't too bad. I would say the most noticeable difference between Spindel and Venenatis is just the PKing activity. Obviously, Venenatis is going to be a lot more dangerous. So you're going to have to deal with teams like this, you know, miniature armies that can't kill you until they call in backup. But even the best die. So, you know, there I go. But either way, though, I had a lot of fun at Venenatis. I got to say, if I had to choose between camping at one or the other, I would probably choose Venenatis. Spindel is probably better for GP per hour, but Venenatis, if you risk very minimally, I think you would probably be better off here, especially if you're higher level and you have a little bit of experience, you know, getting away from PKers and whatnot. Here we have a PKer that died to another PKer, and then that guy, you know, he could have been the hero here, but he tried to kill me too, so we're not a big fan of him. But anyway, 2 hours left to go. Still no pet yet, but we are getting closer and closer to 4,000 KC. What a ridiculous death there. I ran down practically 20 levels of wilderness and I still died. But anyway, 157 mil strength XP. And I don't know what's worse, that guy's username or the fact that he killed me. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't bank there, no sleep. Anyway, 150 more Onyx Bolt Tips, 1.2 mil to the price check. I don't know what this team is doing. You know, it blends in after a while. So many different teams killing you. So many different people venturing on in this cave. But nevertheless, it was a lot of fun. The dangerous pet hunt for 16 hours has been completed. But it has been completed without receiving the pet. So, yeah, at least we ended our KC at a really nice number, 4,000. Venenatis KC. Looking at the bank tab, it looks like we are now at 92 mil from both Spindel and Venenatis. 19 mil made from Spindel and approximately 73 million GP made from Venenatis, mainly in part because of that Void Waker piece drop. So now we're going to go ahead and sell all of the normal loot, just fast forwarding here for you guys to save a little bit of time. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good today. I do have quite a few more videos to come to wrap up this month, but with that being said, there is the overall loot. 91 million GP made from 190 Venenatis and 400 Spindel, 4.7 mil from the 6 people that I killed, 13 deaths overall, which means I lost about 25 mil. That still leaves me with 70.7 mil profit. There's the collection log. We are still missing that pet, but we've still made some incredible profit from this boss as well as Spindel. So let's go ahead and open up these clue scrolls. We have 5 elite clue caskets. Pretty average rewards so far. And now we have a master, so we'll quickly get that done and open him up after. But yeah, from the elites overall, not the most impressive loot. 1.2 mil overall, and now we're going to open up the 350th master for 300k. So yeah, overall 73 mil profit, clean looking kill count on both Spindel and Venenatis. More clue scrolls accomplished and 6 decent anti-PKs. Unfortunately, nothing too crazy this video in regards to luck, but yeah, we're ranked 859 at Venenatis and about 1900 at Spindel, so not bad. If you want to help support the channel further, feel free to check out the creator crafted link in the description below. You can save if you use discount code Mr. No Sleep. And a big thank you again to xXzoticx for sponsoring today's video as well. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for your time today. A huge thank you to the YouTube channel members with a special shout out to Necrofear, Angelzblood, xXzoticx, and DeceptionZ. Until next time, Mr. No Sleep out.